Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We were doing vectors, and yesterday in the previous class I taught that two vectors are added by the law of addition of vectors. There were two laws, law of parallelogram, law of triangle. Actually, both represent same thing only. But in one case we make parallelogram, in another case we make a part of the parallelogram, that is we make only a triangle. What is the formula of the resultant? Resultant formula comes like R square, resultant of their addition I'm talking about. R square is equal to, if there are two vectors A and B making an angle theta, then R square is equal to the formula we have A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This R gives the magnitude value of the resultant using this formula. And how do we find direction? Tan alpha formula. Tan alpha formula. The tan alpha formula, there is one easy trick to remember like this. Tan alpha, by chance we forget, then there is a method of writing the formula of tan alpha. You know, tan formula is what? Sine by cos. So we can first write sine by cos, right? Sine by cos. Sine theta by cos theta you write, because angle between the two vectors is theta. Okay, now first we write sine theta by cos theta. Alpha is the angle we take with the vector A. So then here we'll be writing BB in both. Whichever does not make the angle, whichever vector does not make the angle, we write that one here. B does not make the alpha is the angle between the resultant and A. That is, B does not make the angle with, we are not taking the angle with the vector B and the resultant. We are taking the angle between A and resultant. Then plus A we can write here. So this is how we can write down formula. Or plus A you can write here, or you can write A in the beginning only, A plus B cos theta. Did you understand? Did you understand the formula, like how we can write
Yes,
the
sir.
formula? Suppose I say that
So
there
can
are
you
two
explain
vectors
again?
P and Q. Okay, I'll explain again here. There are two vectors P and Q, and angle between them is theta. Okay, there are two vectors P and Q, and angle between them is theta. How to find direction? Tan alpha formula. How do we write? Tan alpha is equal to, first I'll be writing sine theta by cos theta light. Alpha, we are taking the angle with the first vector. First vector is what? P. Then you can write here plus P, and then write here whatever is left over, right here QQ. This becomes the formula. You can add plus P here or plus P in the beginning. So that is how you can write down the formula. Tan formula is sine by cos. We are taking the angle alpha between the resultant and P. So P will be coming here. And we are not taking the angle with Q. So Q and Q we can write here. Okay. Now I'll give a question. So please try some numericals, and then we'll be doing some more theories there. We discussed the addition of two vectors. Now we'll discuss the subtraction of two vectors after doing one or two problems. Okay, write in question. Two forces of 4 Newton and 5 Newton. Two forces of 4 Newton, 4N and 5N are inclined at an angle 60 degree, with each other. We stop. Find the resultant of the forces. Question says find the resultant of the forces. Okay, this is simple question we are starting with. Write down, let, answer now. Let F1 is equal to 4 Newton. What are the two forces I have given? What are the two forces I gave? 4 and
4
5.
Newton, 5 Newtons.
Okay, let F1 is equal to 4 Newton. F2 is equal to 5 Newton. Angle between them, theta, is given 60 degree. I'll write that, 60 degree. Let us use the formula of finding the resultant. We can write R square is equal to, let us write here F1 square f2 square plus 2 f1 f2 cos theta. I'll write down this. Instead of writing R, we can write total force as F. We can write F also. Either R or capital F. We can denote by capital R, capital resultant of these two forces. Write R square as it is. F1 value will put here 4 square, 5 square, 2 into 4 into 5 into cos 60 degree. Theta value 60 degree I put. And now just calculate the answer. This is coming 16. This is coming 25. 2 into 4 into 5 cos 60 is half. 2 and 2 cancel. You get R square is coming 16 plus 25, 41 plus 20. So R square value is coming 61, but we have to find R. R value will come root 61. Root 61. You can find the answer of root 61
Newton.
in Newton in one or two different places. If you find the answer in one or two different places, tell me after using calculator what is the answer coming. It will come 7 point something. Just check how much does it come?
7.81. Sir, 7.81.
Okay, 7.81 Newton. We like this. That is answer. Is the answer complete or incomplete? What do you say? Is it the complete answer or incomplete answer? Tell me about that.
Incomplete. Direction.
Incomplete. Why? Yeah, direction. Yes, very good. Because question is talking about find the resultant of the forces. Resultant of the forces means forces vector. So it must have magnitude, it must have direction. We are getting only the magnitude of the resultant, 7.81 meters. Now what about the directions? We must find direction also. But if question asks you find the magnitude of the resultant, find the magnitude of the resultant, so our answer this much would have been okay. So we will not be finding in that case the direction. We would only just find the magnitude value. So that would be the answer. Now we have to find direction. So let us find direction. You know the method tan alpha. I write like this. Tan alpha. How do we write the formula? Sin theta. That is I write sin 60 by cos 60. The angle between them. This theta value plus alpha. We take the angle with the first vector. What is the first vector? F1. Here we write F1. That is F2 and F2 will come here now. F2 and F2 will come here. Did you understand how I made the formula? You can ask me like to explain again and all. If you are okay, then you may remain quiet. Or just respond yes, okay.
Again.
Which one? Tan alpha, I just now two times I already explained. And third time I am doing out here. Tan formula is what sin by cos. I let sin 60 by cos 60. Alpha, we are taking the angle with what? F1 you write here. First vector, we take the angle alpha is the angle between the first vector and the resultant. First vector is F1. So I write F1 here. Then F2 I have not written, write F2 and F2 here. Understood now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'll put the value now. F2 value is how much here? 5. So I write here 5 sin 60 upon F2 value is 5. So I write here 5 cos 60 plus F1 value is 4. Please calculate this answer in calculator. You have calculator no with you, so please do calculate and tell me the answer. I like this tan alpha. Tell me the value of 5 sin 60. What is the value of 5 sin 60? Tell me in calculator what is the value of 5 sin 60? Come on. 8.66. Yeah. Tell me, what is the value of 5 sin 60? You have calculator, no? Tell me one of you, what is the value of 5 sin 60? Just write 5 sin 60 in calculator and then give me the value. What is that? Hello?
Showing 4.33.
4 point, how much? Say
4.33.
4.33, okay. 5 cos 60 will come 2.5 plus 4. You get tan alpha value is coming 4.33 upon 6.5. Divide and give the answer at least 3 decimal places. 3 or 4 decimal places give the answer. 4.33 divided by 6.5. What is the value? 0. How much? Tell me. 0. How much?
0.666.
0. Yeah, tell now fast. 0.
6.
4.33 divided
666.
0.6. Huh?
6. So triple six.
One more place. Okay,
Sorry, one more 6.
Therefore, alpha. The alpha value will come tan inverse 0.666. Now, calculate this value tan inverse of 0.666 using calculator. Tell me now, what is the answer?
33.66.
33 point. How much?
66.
33.6.
Sir, 66.
33.66, you can get 33.7 degree. You are rounding off 33.7 degree. Here we write with F1, with the vector F1, with the first vector, with the vector F1. We take the angle alpha with the first vector. So tan alpha value will be 33.7 degree with F1. Then our answer is complete. Magnitude value is root 61, 7.81 Newton at an angle this much with F1. I think you got the answer. Okay, now next question. Resultant may be given and you have to find the angle between the two vectors. Okay, write a question. The resultant of two forces. Two forces of 3 Newton and 4 Newton is 6 Newton. 6 Newton. Find the angle between the forces. Can we find the angle between the forces? The same formula. The resultant is given. Let us write down. These are the two forces. Resultant of which is 6 Newton given. So first I let F1. Let F1 be 3 Newton. F2 be 4 Newton. And this is the resultant. Resultant means you can write either R or you can just write F. Total resultant is F. F is equal to 6 Newton. I write a formula. What is the formula? F squared is equal to F1 squared plus F2 squared plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. I'll write the formula like this. Resultant I have denoted by F now. Total force value I have denoted by F. So I'll use the formula F square means 6 square. I'll write here. F1 is 3 square, 4 square, 2 into 3 into 4 into cos theta is unknown. Theta is the angle between these two of them that we have to find according to the question. This will come 36. This is coming 9. This is coming 16. 2 3 is 6. 4 the 24 cos theta. These two becoming 25 will come this side. 36 minus 25 is equal to 24 cos theta. 11 by 24 is the value of cos theta. Cos will come this side, it becomes cos inverse. Cos inverse of 11 by 24 is the value of theta. Therefore, theta value we will find using calculator. Please use calculator and give me the value of cos inverse bracket. Right, like this cos inverse bracket 11 by 24. Cos inverse bracket 11 by 24 value you find using calculator. Tell me the answer.
62.72.
How much? 62.72.
72.
Okay, yes. I write one decimal place. Final answer in one decimal place I'll give it degree. 62.7 degree we like. 62.7 degree. Understood? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next question. two forces of 30 Newton and 40 Newton. Two forces of 30 Newton and 40 Newton. 40 Newton are perpendicular to each other. So find the resultant force. Okay, now let us write F1 given 30 Newton, F2 given 40 Newton, and angle between them is 90 degree. Perpendicular means 90 degrees is the angle between them. So for this we can draw a diagram and make a triangle and do, or you can use that formula and do. So anyone, I'll show first from here, I'll show F1 here, and from here we only will continue F2 here, 90 degree, angle between them is 90 degree exactly. F2 value is 40 Newton, F1 value is 30 Newton. Resultant will be like this. This is the resultant from the initial point to the final point by a straight line. This is the resultant triangle we are making. So this is the resultant force F. This is the direction of F. How to find value of F? I mean magnitude F square. Pythagoras theorem simply will apply. Directly we can do 30 square plus 40 square. Directly we can do it. F value will come 50 Newton, I'm sure. This is the value of magnitude of force, magnitude of the resultant. Is this complete or incomplete? Tell me that. Is this answer complete or incomplete?
Sir, but the resultant will come out from the vortex, no? Sir, that perpendicular side. Vortex. Sir, that the meeting point between F1 and F2.
What meeting point between F1 and F2? From here. Triangle time, no, first vector will take like this, and where the tip and tail will join. Okay, from here, first force we are taking here, where it is ending, from there the other vector will start. And if you make a parallelogram, then you do that. F1 you will take here, F2 you will take here like this, F2 you will take here, F2. Then make a parallelogram. That parallelogram will become a rectangle now, like this. This one and this one will be said. This is F2, this will be F2. Where is the resultant now? From common origin, here is the origin, F1 and F2. If you make a parallelogram, then join like this. This is the common origin now here. And if I remove this is this or not? Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if you make a triangle, no, then from where you drop, from there only you have to continue. Okay, don't do from this side. The resultant will not come from this side.
Yes,
Tip and tail will join. Tip and the tail of this one, other vector will join. Tip and tail rule will apply. Where it is ending, from there only the other vector will start. And the resultant will be initial point and the final point by a straight line. That is resultant will find this way. Okay. So force value is coming, resultant is coming 50 Newton. Is this answer complete or incomplete?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Why? Because question is asking find the resultant force. The resultant must have magnitude as well as direction. So this is the value of magnitude. What about direction? For direction, we'll mark this angle to be alpha or anything. Let us have tan alpha now. Tan alpha we can do directly now. In this case, perpendicular tan case, so we can do it directly without using that formula, that tan theta cos theta, the way I taught. That we also you can do, but without that also we can do it. So this time we can have tan alpha is equal to perpendicular by the base, direct one. Right here 40 and right here 30. Cancel it. You get alpha values coming tan inverse of 4 by 3. Now divide, give me the answer in the degree of here. What is the answer coming? Alpha value will come 53.1 degree, I'm sure. Then you have to mention here with first force, with first vector, that is with F1, with the direction of F1. This is the answer. Please check this value in calculator. Tan inverse 4 by 3. How much will you get?
Sir, correct.
Correct. Okay. Then this is answer. Understood? Yes. And if you want to use the formula, this is a 90-degree case. So when the angle between them is 90 degrees, we will have a right angle only, right angle triangle form. So we can do it a simple way. But if you use that formula also, the formula way, then also the same answer comes. How to use the formula? You know the method of using the formula. First, I like sine theta. Theta value is 90 degree. I like a 90 by cos 90.
Can anyone hear?
So instead of 90 degree, when the angle is 90 degree, when the angle between them is 90 degrees, instead of using that this long formula, we can directly clarify perpendicular by the base. We can directly do that and get the answer. But only in case of 90 degree situation, when the angle between the two vectors is 90 degree, then only it is applicable. Understood? Yes, say fast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, write a question. The magnitude of resultant, the magnitude of resultant, the magnitude of resultant, the magnitude of resultant of two equal vectors. The magnitude of resultant of two equal vectors is equal to the magnitude of the either of the vectors is equal to the magnitude of the either of the vectors. So find the angle between them. 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 Yes. Find the angle between them. That is the question. Now see the answers. Question says there are two equal vectors. Equal vectors will have equal magnitude and direction also same. That they are called equal vectors. That is, two vectors are already equal and the resultant of those two vectors is also equal in magnitude. Magnitude wise also they are equal. You have to find the angle between the two vectors. That means if there are two vectors A and B and the resultant is R, all the three of them are equal in magnitude. You can write here, let A equal to B equal to R, each one is equal to X. All of them are equal. Two vectors are already equal and resultant is also equal in magnitude to either of the vectors. Let each be X. You have to find the value of theta. Please find the value of theta. You know the formula of R. What is the formula of resultant? R square formula. We have A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So I like that. R value is X. I like X square. A value is also X. B value is also X. 2A value is X. B is also X cos theta. 1x square I'll cancel. And that is subtracted. This x square will come this side, becoming minus x square. X into x is becoming x square cos theta. X square cancel. You get minus 1 by 2 is equal to cos theta. Therefore, theta value will come cos inverse bracket minus 1 by 2. Please use calculator and give me the value. What is the value of theta coming? Use calculator. Cos inverse minus 1 by 2. What is the answer?
So 120 degrees.
Yes, 120 degree. Very good. Theta value is coming 120 degree. So the angle between the two equal vectors will be 120 degree. If the resultant is also having the same magnitude, the angle between the two vectors will be equal to this answer, 120 degree. Understood? Yeah, tell me fast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll do one more question on this and then we'll do little theory. Okay. All right. Can the resultant of two forces, 4 Newton and 5 Newton, be 12 Newton? A question mark. Put a question mark. Can the resultant of the two forces, 4 Newton and 5 Newton, be 12 Newton? Question mark. Can you tell me what is the answer? Is it possible that the resultant of the two vectors be equal to 12 Newton? How will you check whether this resultant is possible or not? 12 Newton resultant is possible or not for these two forces? How will you know?
Assuming angle
There
as
are
x.
two. Okay, assuming the angle at theta yx, then there are two
Equating.
methods.
Using normal formula, then finding cost value.
Find the value of what?
The cos theta.
Theta value you find. Okay, or cos theta value. With the cos theta value, you know what is the cos theta value should not come more than 1. Remember, and should not come less than -1. Cos theta value and sin theta value lies between -1 and +1. In no case the value of cos theta should be more than 1 or should be less than -1. That is one method. Okay, what you suggested is right. Good answer. Good thinking. But I'll tell you a shorter method. Okay, we know what is the maximum value of resultant. Do you know what is the maximum value of resultant? You know, max resultant. Max resultant means addition. 4 plus 5. That is 9 Newton. Maximum value of resultant will take place when the angle between them is 0 degree. And the value of that resultant is simple addition. I mean magnitude I'm talking about. Right? Minimum resultant is subtraction, bigger minus smaller, 5 minus 4. That is when the angle between them is 180 degree. The answer is coming 1 Newton. So this is the range of the force. That means your force can lie between 1 Newton and anything. Any resultant between anything, resultant between 1 and 9 Newton is possible. Anything in between 1 Newton and 9 Newton is possible. Even inclusive of 1 Newton. 1 Newton is also possible, 9 Newton is also possible, including these two values. But outside this, it is not possible. The value given out here is 12 Newton. It is lying outside this range, outside this. It is more than 9. So not possible. And it should not be less than even 1 Newton. Minimum value is that 1 Newton. You can't have the value lesser than that. And here you can't have the value more than that. Therefore, you can write here, therefore, resultant of 12 Newton is not possible. We write this answer. If had this been given, say for example, 8 Newton, had this been possible, 8 Newton? If the resultant is given 8 Newton, can they have the resultant 8 Newton? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because 8 comes in between, anywhere in between. It can come up to the value of 9 Newton maximum side and up to a minimum value of 1 Newton. But not lesser than 1 Newton. So this is a shorter way we can do it. And if you want to do a little different method, so then you have to find the resultant formula you will apply. R square is equal to f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2 cos theta formula if you want to use. Then also you get the same r value you're taking 12 square, f1 is 9, so 9 square plus 1 square, 2 into 9 into 1 into cos theta. You have to find the value of cos theta. 12 square is coming 144, 81 plus 1 is coming 82, 2 9 is 18 cos theta. This will come this at 4 minus 2, 62 by 18 is the value of cos theta. Cos theta value will come 62 by 18 is coming more than 1, surely. 62 by 18 is coming more than 1. Check what is the value of 62 by 18 is coming how much? 3 point something, how much? 3 point? 62 by 18, divide and check what is the value coming? Three point how much? Fast. Hello.
So 3.44.
3.4. Is it this value is coming more than 1 or not? Just
Yes, sir. Therefore, not possible.
Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. And I am sure when you apply calculator and find the value of theta, no, cos inverse bracket 3.44. If you use calculator and just try to calculate the value, answer will come error there. Just check. Mathematical error will come there. This answer is coming undefined. If you use calculator, please check. What is it coming there in calculator in the display? Just check. Cos inverse 3.44. What is the answer? The answer is ma error, isn't it? Major error. Check mathematical error.
So it's saying, please enter values between -1 and 1.
It is saying that so maybe your calculator is sophisticated one, but other simple calculator, just check. But your calculator is saying perfectly. Now other voice, those who have simple calculator, please check and tell me. I'm not talking about the mobile phone. Error coming now. What error is written? MA. Only error. It will come error. So this is another way, but this will take a little longer time. But this way also it can be done. This is easier. No, you just check maximum how much, minimum how much, and the value given lies in between them anywhere or not. If it lies anywhere in between them, it is possible. If it lies outside the range, it is not possible. In the same question, they may ask you, give the range of resultant. What is the two forces of 4 Newton and 5 Newton are there? What is the range of its resultant? If the question comes range, I like the range now. Range value we write as range value. What is the minimum value? 1 Newton, right? 1 Newton less and equal to resultant is suppose F, and here I write 9 Newton. This way I write. Range of the resultant will come in this format. Resultant force will lie between subtraction, smaller value is 1, difference, and addition value is 9, anywhere in between, but inclusive of these two values, inclusive of this value and this value. This value will get when they are in opposite direction. That means when the angle between them is 180 degree, and this value will get when the angle between them is 0 degree. That means when they are in the same direction. This is the value of range. If the question asks you give the range of the resultant, this is the range of the resultant. That can be another type of question which may come on this concept. Okay? All right. So today we are doing this much. So tomorrow we'll do theory. Okay. So be prepared. Tomorrow I'll show the difference how we find the some addition we did. I mean plus sign means how to add the two vectors. Tomorrow I'll show you how can we find the difference between the two vectors, subtraction, and then multiplication will come after that. Okay, then thank you, boys.